am Dr. Sherry, and oh boy, do we have a good one for you guys today. Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sherry, and I am here with another show on the private life. Now, this show it's very simple, but it's not. I did a conference yesterday. This was my first time speaking to a church group about being private, and their mouths were literally just like, "What? What is she talking about?" They were blown away with this information. But on the private show, I don't think I ever dealt with just the basic W's. What, when, where. Let me see. What, when, where. I'm missing what, why, and how. Okay. I don't think I ever dealt with that. And I want to deal with that today. I want to deal with just some of the basics because it's really simple, but it's not simple. So what is this? What is this all about? And from my perspective now, and this is my opinion, this is why I got into this. I really wanted to dive into the truth of everything. I wanted the truth, okay? And I wanted to really begin to emulate my life, move in a way that was pleasing to what I know our creator wanted me to do. And when I made that decision, that's when everything exploded. That's where the truth of of truly who I am, that's when it all really hit the fan because I had to make some decisions. So when you look at Genesis 1:26 through 28, it states that man has dominion over the land. It tells us that. So if we have authority over the land, why are we allowing anyone or anything to dictate what we do, how we do, and how we move? When you self govern as an authority of the land, you have responsibilities. Two, do not bring harm to anyone and do not bring harm to anyone's property. That's it. That's it. But we have a hard time understanding how to move about that way. And when you're bringing harm to somebody, we're not just talking about physical harm. You could actually bring harm to someone mentally. You could actually tell a lie about something, and that person depends on what you have said as truth, and it brings harm to them. Okay. And so this is what we're talking about. So this whole fraud that we have been engulfed in, it has literally brought harm to us over and over and over again. So now you see when I said it's simple, but it's hard. Okay. So again, just understanding what I am doing and why I am doing it. And the how is another important question because how you do this, how you self govern will be different for everybody. Everybody's plan is going to be different. Now, for me, I decided to surrender all my LLCs, all of my businesses, okay, came out of real estate because I understood from the information that I had gathered that it was not the truth. I had literally lied to all of my clients all of this year. I never knew they did not own their properties. I didn't know that. Know that in their deed it states that they're a tenant for 99 years. And so some say, well, my house is paid off. Even if your house is paid off, that contract just turned from a tenancy agreement to a lease purchase. It's still not yours. And think about this, you never have to pay for anything that truly belongs to you. You don't have to pay taxes on things that belong to you. That tells you right there it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to someone else. So that's why in today's session, I wanted to deal with just some of the basics. Now, let me get some water. Give me a second. Woo! See how it just chokes you up, literally. But I wanted to deal with again the basics of just what this is, why I got into it, why I wanted to get into it, why I wanted to get into it to a space of teaching and showing others how to do this. Now, that brings me to this part right here. Once you get into it, once you get a plan going for yourself, how you maneuver that plan, oh, it is so important because it can take you down two different roads. It could take you down a right road, or it can take you down a road where there is extreme trouble and extreme issues and extreme problems. And this is what you are seeing. You're seeing some people that are trying to implement plans, okay, that they put in place, but they didn't think it all the way through. And then those plans became very, very troublesome for them, extremely troublesome for them. To some extent, some people had to go to jail. Some people lost everything. Some people might have even had bodily harm from, getting in run-ins with cops breaking their windows and all this kind of stuff. So you're seeing all of this now. You're seeing all of, I mean, it's everywhere. It's in all social media. You're seeing it everywhere at this point. Okay. So now you got to begin to ask yourself, is truth that important to you that it will cost you everything? And that's why when you are implementing your life in this truth, it's important to make a plan. I say this all the time. You just don't just jump out there. You research, you study, you understand remedies. Let me see if we got any comments. No, not yet. So you have to understand all of this before you step out into this arena. And y'all are probably saying, what's wrong with Dr. Sherry's voice today? Y'all, I've been traveling. Oh my gosh. All week. No, for the last 3 weeks. And my body said, it's time to rest. I'm tired. So I made sure I had my water here because I knew my voice was going to start acting out because I've been speaking and talking and doing classes for the last 3 weeks. And I'm tired. So don't feel bad for me. But listen, give some mercy and grace to my voice. But anyway, back to this point right here. That is very serious. It's important that you understand who you are in becoming sovereign, not a sovereign citizen, no such thing. Okay. It is important that you have a clear understanding of this. Okay. Because it is a beautiful life. Once you get into it, once you start breaking those contracts, once you start seeing those remedies, once you start positioning yourself in your power, oh my goodness, chef's kiss. Mwah! I'm telling you, it's thebomb.com. But again, before you get to that spot, you have to study. You have to understand the remedies. You have to be able to regurgitate all of this knowledge that you have if you're in a court setting, if you're speaking to someone, if you're dealing with your bills, all of that. You have to be able to articulate it. So that's the part that a lot of people aren't understanding. And so some of you might say, well, where do you go? Where do you go to learn this stuff? I mean, I see it on TikTok. I see it on, the social medias. I see it on YouTube. I see it. But where do you go? So let me put I didn't do my little ticker. You can go there. We have classes every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just register. That's all you have to do. Okay. Now, this is the thing. I am changing it up because if you've been in my other orientations, I'm changing it up tonight because I have some great info that I'm about to drop. Great info. Okay. And so you can go there, link bio. I am Dr. Sherry. Now, the next question I want to deal with is once you get in, again, you're probably saying, well, I haven't studied. I don't understand any of this, and, I'm about to lose my house or I'm being evicted or they're trying to repossess my car or, my job, they're taking taxes out and I don't want them to take the taxes out anymore. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You take one chunk at a time. So in our school, we actually have a list of contracts that you can start breaking. Okay, we have directions of what you need to do to start again, really moving it into this new life. And I'll be honest with you, I really believe there's going to be a time that we all are going to move into this space because once you all start understanding that we get monies when we're private, we do. We get $5,000 a month. Okay, they're called AFD dollars, American Federation dollars. So one United States dollar, one AFD dollar is equal to 180 US dollars. All right. And so they are now preparing that space for us again, to make sure that we get restitution for all of the things that we paid for that we didn't have to pay for, that were paid for again. Okay. So it's a lot that's going on right now that, again, you have to position yourself to start learning, to start understanding, to start moving into this life and then start bringing your family and your friends with you. All right. All right. So you guys, again, I just wanted to deal with the basics in today's call because, again, sometimes I feel like we jump over that. We jump over just these basics, just these basic understandings, this understanding of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and having a plan in doing it. Okay. Some of you all, you're watching a Private Life show and you're dipping and dapping, but the next thing you need to understand is there is a time to start making a move. So some of you are watching this and you may have been in this for a while. It's time to start stretching yourself. It's time to start moving to next levels. Okay. It may be time for you to start your own Zoom. It may be time for you to, begin working in your assembly in an active role. Okay. It's enough out here for all of us to do. But if you're just studying, you've taken all this in and you can regurgitate it like that, and you're not doing anything with it, you need to start having your own groups. It's time. Because think about this, the more people that become private, the more people that begin to step in and live in their sovereignty. Can you imagine what's going to happen in this world? Just think about that for a minute. If we all start living and moving in truth, but it's all of it. It's going to take all of us to do that. So I'm challenging you all that might be listening to me right now, that know this information like the back of your hand. It's time for you to step out. It's time for you to start doing something now. Okay. And for those that are ready to make those type of moves, I'm here to help assist build your own platforms. Because again, the more of us that are starting to do this and get this word out, the better it's going to be for us all. Okay. All right, you guys, on that note, and I told you this is going to be a very short one, but on that note, I'm going to rest my voice because y'all can tell that I needed it. How many times that I had to sit doing this slide? All right. Don't forget, I will come back this evening, 6:30. Well, not on this platform, but in Zoom. So you can hit that. You hit that link down there. link bio, / I am Dr. Sherry. Join me for our Friday night orientation, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there's anybody that needs to hear this information, bring them my way. And for those that have watched it over and over and over again, you don't want to miss this one because I have changed it up some. Okay, got some new information included. All right, you guys, until next time. Bye-bye. Now, where is the end string? There it is. Bye.